If I were to start a business in 2025, here's what I would do. I would not jump right away into complicated sales funnels and diving into marketing courses. I would ask myself other kind of questions and I would do everything from the heart. I would start with these ingredients and it's not what you think. I'm Meret. I've been an entrepreneur for more than 12 years. I became a millionaire the past few years, and I'm happy that every single day I get up in the morning and I serve the world with my talents. First thing first that I want to share with you today is to be honest with your genius. Sit with yourself and ask yourself, what are you really good at? What are you passionate about? And if you're not there yet, what do you want to learn more about because you're really into it? What do you want to become excellent at? Because building from your gifts is the fastest way to succeed. And you're going to succeed in a deeper way and more sustainable than following trends. Let me give you an example. I used to work for startups in Paris at the end of my 20s. And then I really had to dive into natural medicine because I needed to heal my own health. Because I discovered naturopathy, I became deeply passionate about it. And then I had an expertise as both a naturopath and a patient being an expert. You know what I mean? And I was using all my time, all of my resources to really be skilled at what I was learning, to really be good at it, to be able to heal my body, to trust my body. And that became so important to me that I started to talk about it all the time to everyone, even the people who didn't ask me about it. So I remember when I was going to school, naturopathic school, at the end of each module, I would make a recap, a little summary about it, and I would send it to all my friends who didn't ask about it. But that's the amount of passion that I had for it. And I was so connected to it. You know, it was overflowing from me. So what is overflowing from you? And what are you really passionate about? What's important to you right now? And how can you use that to serve the world? It took me a while to actually accept that it was the next phase of my career because I tried to go into startups again. I was applying for many jobs and then I created one startup with some people and then I created something by myself and it didn't really take off because that was not my purpose. My purpose was connected to something deeper, something that was really from the heart, something that was bigger than me and that was truly exciting and different. You know what I mean? So be honest with yourself. If you're not looking for a strategy to success, but if you're looking for what brings you most aliveness, this is where you can actually find your genius because you're going to be unstoppable because how passionate you are will make a difference. Can you feel it? Number 2, share the messy middle. I know so many entrepreneurs who are just waiting for everything to be perfect to start communicating about their transition, about what they're creating for the world. I disagree with that. There is a saying in French where we say, to be happy, you must stay hidden and you must not share with others what you're actually creating before it's over. I totally disagree with that. The only moment that I agree with that is that when you share it with the wrong people. If you share things with your mom or your aunt or a friend from high school who don't have entrepreneurial spirit and courage, yeah, for sure, keep that for yourself. But if you're surrounded by supportive friends who know what you're going through, then you must be sharing what you're going through. But you can still document what you're going through and you can share it with the world. One mistake I made is that I was not visible when I started to study naturopathy. And I started to be visible only when I wrote my first book, Naturopathy for Dummies, in 2016. I was very shy and I arrived there online, showing up like, okay, I'm coming, here I am. And nobody was waiting for me. There is something really powerful that happens when you share every single day, something like a little nugget that you've been learning when you're doing studies. And the people who follow you, they're going to be attracted to your passion. They're going to know what you're learning about. They're going to know why you're learning what you're learning. Show your heart behind it all. Share your passion. Passion is magnetic. Let people fall in love with your journey as much as you're in love with it. Let them see it. I could see it with my own journey. So I didn't do it for the first phase of my entrepreneurial journey, but I did it every single other step. When I first trained in EFT, when I had additional trainings in psychology, when I learned coaching and then I shared my passion for coaching and shamanic practices and other things, it became really great to be able to share with my community what I was passionate about. And I would always find volunteers to try sessions with me. And then people started to be interested to get paying sessions with me. This is great. Just share about it. Share why you do what you do, why you're passionate about it, and let people see your evolution. I've had people following me from the beginning, and they could witness how much energy, time, money, all kind of resources I poured into my transformation and my ability to serve the world. So share the messy middle. It doesn't have to be perfect. Let them see how you are work in progress, just like they are. It makes you human. Next one, think long term. I keep saying to my students, I'm here to last. I've been here for many, many years, and I'm going to be there for the next 70 years because I take really good care of myself. Rome wasn't built in one launch. I invite you to create a long-term vision. And as you're creating this vision, you must have a plan so that you can sustain your life. You can make a living. You can pay the roof over your head. So become a freelancer, do what you used to do maybe for a company as a freelancer, make money from it, and don't put too much weight on making money with what you're currently creating. Because needy is creepy, and your clients, your community will feel it. One question I like to ask myself is, if I had all the time and all the money in the world, would I do the same thing? Well, if the answer is yes, you're on the right track. If the answer is no and it's radically different, then maybe you want to reconsider the track. Next one, surround yourself with aligned souls, beautiful entrepreneurs who are on the same journey, and also supportive people. Quite often we think that we are like an island cut from everything and everyone else because we are building something that not necessarily other people understand because it's not their own journeys. For a while, I invite you to create your circle. Find the people who are on the same path, also building something which is meaningful to them. Make space to meet this kind of people. Go to co-working spaces, join masterminds, join online trainings and programs. Get a coach which maybe has a crowd, a circle that you can join, sharing the same values. Find the people who walk their talk, dream loud, encourage you, and celebrate with you. This is super important. And one more thing, don't ask any advice to the people who walk a path that you don't admire. They have nothing for you. Ask the brave ones, the ones that are in the arena, the ones who are building something. Makes sense to me now, but I've made the mistake, trust me. Next one is a big one. Get a coach earlier rather than later. One-on-one, find someone one-on-one to work with you and get into the detail of why you encounter the type of resistance that you encounter. And it's normal to face resistance, procrastination, perfectionism, and so many sabotaging behaviors. It's totally normal because when you're trying to build something that's important to you, you're going to create inner and outer resistance. And that's fine. You know, the earlier you acknowledge it, the earlier you can work on it. And having someone helping you go through it is immensely valuable. You're going to save so much time. So invest in a coach. Not any coach, someone which will be a rude friend, a truth teller, someone who will call you for your bullshit, someone who sees you and someone who will call you forward. Honestly, sometimes it felt like doing it alone at the beginning was like a slow death. It was terrible. Getting out of bed sometimes in the morning was really hard. There was nobody telling me what to do. There was nobody keeping me accountable. There was nobody who was telling me, yes, you're on the right track. And yes, it's okay to try this. And it's okay if you fail because you're going to learn so much and then you're going to keep going. And I was so afraid of failure. I was afraid of so many different things. Actually, I have a video about failure. I invite you to watch it. And having someone that helps you step by step overcome the different challenges will give you so much strength. I recommend you to do it. Having a coach is also a great way to help you shift your perspective because you only know what you know. And as a French entrepreneur, having had coaches from all over the world, it was amazing for me to discover that, yes, there are other cultures and that maybe I was stuck in one way of thinking things with a French Parisian mindset, a little bit square, and I could open up my perspective by having someone from Australia, from America, and then I discovered that, oh, there's another way to behave as an entrepreneur. And yes, I can totally craft, I can design my own entrepreneurial journey. And I'm allowed to do it with all my heart. It was so valuable to me. Next one is about saying no to noise, saying no to distractions. You're in a season of no. If you want to say yes to what you're creating, you're going to have to say no to everything else. Get fierce with your focus and protect your energy. Be clear with your priorities. I live in Bali right now, and I used to live in Kopangan, Thailand, and I noticed the same thing that is happening to a lot of entrepreneurs. They get distracted by beautiful events here or there, meeting new people all the time, and networking. They want to enjoy their free time to the most. But for me, being truly free is to actually be dedicated to something and use my creative power in a way that it's channeled, clear, and powerful. I see so many people on a daily basis who are woo-woo floating around and not making any money, and they've been living like this for 3, 5, 10 years. It's just crazy. They're all over Ubud, they're all over Kopangan, and I find it's very sad because they have so much to offer to the world. If only they would take a moment to center, to make a plan, to stick to the plan however they feel. One thing which is very important, even if you don't feel like it, you keep moving forward every single day and you step into action every single day. This is one big piece too. You don't have to be hard on yourself, but you have to be able to invite discipline. And you have to be driven in that sense, that you're going to be unstoppable because you're very clear to what you want to say yes to. I'm going to give you a personal example. I'm a dancer. I do Brazilian Zouk. And yes, as much as I would like to go dancing every single night, like a few of my friends do, I know that the day after, I will not be able to perform, I will not be able to record videos, I will not be able to show up to the fullest to teach to my classes, so I choose not to. And I like to be in these seasons of no. And yeah, sometimes I don't go dancing for weeks, but then whenever I feel that it's right for me, I celebrate all the good work that I've done by gifting myself a beautiful festival, or like I did even last year, I did full months of dancing. I was not available for anything else. And for me, this is super important. I have my priorities in order. First thing first, I have 3 big priorities. I have my purpose, I have my relationships, and I have my health. All the rest can wait. And I think this is super valuable to understand. One other question that I'm going to give you is when you meet someone, whether it's a friend or it's a love interest, ask yourself, is spending this time with this person bringing me closer to who I want to be 5 years from now or not? Then you get your answer. Use it wisely. A word about social media. I know that social media is wonderful because it's a great window to be sharing your work. It's also a great place to get inspired and to get in connection with others. It's great, but it's not great if you let yourself be drained, if you compare yourself, and if you lose time by scrolling. So I invite you to ask yourself, how much of a creator are you on social media? Do you go there to curate, to create also, or do you lose your energy there? A little exercise for you, unfollow everyone that you don't find deeply inspiring, and whenever you go on social media, go there with the intention of being a creator. Go there to post, go there to share a thought, go there to share an experience, go there to serve the world with everything that you are. And limit your time to the minimum of scrolling, of watching what others are doing, and don't forget to save memes, of course. I love them. Finally, I want to talk about heal your relationship with money. If there was something I wish I had done before, earlier in my journey, it would be healing my relationship with money. I used to think that if I was meant to be rich, it should have happened before and it should have been easy. Well, that's not true. And it's the same for relationships, actually. A lot of people think that, oh, if they were meant to find love, then it should be easy and smooth. That's not true. I mean, love is work. You have to understand why you are who you are in the relationships and how you relate to one another. And then you have to work on communication skills. You have to learn how to be grateful on a daily basis and to be a true creator and design your love life the way you want every single day. For me, it's the same with money. A lot of people just jump to the conclusion that, oh, I never had a lot of money, or I had a lot of money and I lost it. This is who I am. This is how it's going to be forever. That's not true. You can look at your past relationship with money. You can assess the situation. You can learn how to transmute so that you're not reactive but creative regarding money. And you can nurture this relationship. You can date money. You can show money how much you love it. And then money will love you back more in return. Trust me, this is the way it works. I've helped hundreds of people on this topic. I wrote a book called Millionaire from the Heart, and I have an online program called Make Money from the Heart. I offer it twice a year. I invite you to join the waitlist if you wish to join me for the next one. If I were to start being an entrepreneur, I would right away rewire my story with money. Because abundance doesn't come from hustle. Abundance comes from alignment. Abundance comes from believing you can make it before life shows you the results. It comes from deep faith and trust that yes, when you're going to start serving the world and showing up every single day, you're going to get results. Abundance comes from the ability to open up and receive, but only when you start believing in it. Voila, I've shared my main ingredients, what's most important, and then if you want to learn about marketing strategies, you can do it, but that's not the most important to me. All of the rest is most important. That's the priority, but you get to choose. You're the boss. You're immensely capable of making the right choices. I believe in you. Go for it. The world needs your gifts and your heart. So please go all in. If you've enjoyed this episode, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. You can also leave a comment and let me know what you would like to make videos about. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.